What happens when you finally open a grave you've feared for 24 years? When I was 8 years old, my dad gave me a rabbit as a gift. I still remember that day. I was so happy. She was small, soft, and calm. I held her like she was the most precious thing in the world. For a while, everything was good, but after about 9 months, things began to change. She grew weak. She stopped eating, slept all the time, and her body looked smaller. She no longer moved the way she used to. I didn't understand what was happening. I was just a kid, and I didn't tell my parents. Not because I didn't care, but because I didn't know how serious it was. I thought maybe she was just tired, that she would get better on her own. I didn't realize she was sick. One day, she stopped moving in my hands. I panicked. I called her name again and again, but she didn't respond. I was scared and confused, so I buried her in the backyard. I felt I had no choice. When I told my parents later, they were shocked. They didn't yell at first. They just looked sad and confused. Then they asked me, "Why didn't you tell us?" I didn't know how to answer. I was just a child who didn't understand. After that day, I never stopped thinking about her. Years passed, but the memory stayed. Sometimes I would suddenly think of her and feel sad. Slowly, I began to have frightening thoughts. What if I buried her alive? I knew it didn't make sense, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. I had dreams where I dug up her grave and found her alive. I would wake up shaking. That fear stayed with me for 24 years. Now I am an adult, preparing to leave my family home forever. Before leaving, I decided to do something important. I arranged to open her grave and move whatever was there to a pet cemetery. The workers began digging in the backyard. Every sound of the shovel made me nervous. My heart was racing. I kept telling myself I was just a kid back then. I didn't know any better, but I still felt scared. After a while, they stopped. "We found it," they said. They lifted a small wooden box from the ground. My hands trembled as they opened it. Inside, there was only soil, no rabbit, no remains, nothing I expected. At first, I felt confused. Then suddenly, I remembered clearly. She didn't die in the backyard. She died at the vet. My family handled everything. I was too young to understand what really happened. They tried to protect me from the full truth.